Yo, hello and good evening, good evening, everyone. God damn it, my English. I have returned for another coding live stream, and today, I have no idea if this is if this can be heard because my audio levels in OBS suggest that it is much more pleasant to listen to my mic, even though my AC is running in the back, which is quite loud. It is so loud that I can barely hear my Spotify because I have open back headphones, which, considering this, might not have been the best choice. However, it is great for music. They are perfect music. For gaming headphones, gaming headset, perfect. Honestly, I've never had a better listening experience on any headset ever, but I've only had one really good headset before that one, which was my Fnatic, which, however, the plug gave out on, which might be partially self-inflicted due to the fact that I unplugged it every day, at least once, and also plugged it in at least once, and sometimes ripped half my laptop off the table. A few more times than just one. In any case, they held up well. The headset held up well for like, I don't even know how long. For a while, at least. In any case, today I will be coding in IntelliJ again. So, IntelliJ. What we have been working on last time is all these entries here in my present, which there's quite a few of. As a matter of fact, there really is quite a few of them. And those are very much in the wrong item group. I should quickly change that. This closes that. That closes this one. Exactly. Groups event dot modify entries event. Item groups dot. Probably functional. Wait, there's a hotspot. What the fuck? But these are definitely functional blocks. Dot register. So it was the wrong register. Is it just entries? Oh, it is. Okay. No. Won't even write anything. It literally is all of those. Perfect. So now that we have those recategorized correctly, we now need to make all of them 100. No, it's not 100. 13. 13 presents. Apparently. Only 13 presents. That could be true. Wait. There's one line break. There should be 13 line breaks. That's 14. Oh, there is 14. I just can't count. Oh yeah, because that one. Of course, yeah. It's 9, 10, 1, 2. So yeah, no, that's 14. Stupid, I can't count. In any case, there's something on my table there. In case, what's next is I need to create a what do I effectively need to create? I have created all of this so far. I should have probably folded this more, but you know that is dangerous territory I'd be moving in if I did. So in any case, we have the present blue empty. Wait. So I'm going to make it so that you can't effectively craft empty presents in that way. You craft a present around the item by surrounding it in paper. Thus will create a present of a specific color. And when you break that present without silk touch, you will receive from the loot table the present empty in that color that the present originally was. But thus removes the need for color in the crafting recipe, because the item effectively determines the color and not the crafting recipe itself in that way. So if I did use dye in the crafting recipe, that would mean we'd have to do 16 times 13 different presents just for the ones that I have here. Now it's 14 presents, and that would be in fact 224 different crafting recipes and initializations of blocks, and they would all show up as their own individual block in the freaking creative menu, which is why I do not want to do this. In any case, what I will do now is I will create the present blue empty is this. So we currently have present blue empty. However, what we need as well is, we don't only need a present blue empty. Don't we need a present for every empty variant? Yes, we do. In fact, we need we have in fact got how many present blue, green, pink, red? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 1, 2, 3. So we have present blue, we have present green, we have present pink, and we have a present red. Now I will add all of those in here as well. And as a matter of fact, I will move the present empty to the bottom. And you will be, oh, that was 1 too many. No, it was not. Present green, empty, present pink, empty, present red. Perfect. Now that is all the presents we have. Now effectively what I need to do is I need to create this and, for example, let's do an entire green one. Green empty. Right? So that is here. Now here we also need that. We need a present green empty. Green empty. Now let's actually edit these for now, because I will definitely forget. Green empty, present green empty. This will then require me to make another present green here, which will require the present green particle texture and the present green block texture. And then we have that, and the item for present is automatically done due to it being a block, I guess. So upon starting Minecraft now, I should be greeted with a present green empty. Technically, right, we will see. Most likely I will also get greeted with the message that oh no, now we're on a bad path. Exception initialize error. What? What did I do? Did I make a mistake in... Oh yeah, I did make a few mistakes. Yes, I forgot this. Can I please just hit the N? There we go. Present pink and present red. That would be a lot nicer. Now that we have that done, then we should get no errors. Yeah, exactly. We should get no errors. Also, what does it have? What is up with the Llamalad 7? Is that just pure coincidence that it is named the same as all the AI stuff? Yeah, okay, so about the models. Yes, there are a few missing models, and the and there should also be something about the map levels. Exactly. Yep. So let's see. Can I? Yeah, let's see if this actually does work. So we have present blue, blue present, and empty blue present. And if I search for my presents, we have an empty green present. Now that I'm actually looking at my textures after a week of not looking at them, they look pretty damn good. I mean, this is very nice. Technically, well, as I said, I could hollow these out, but that is something that I might do at some point, but that I will definitely do. In any case, the hitboxes and all that work well enough, I believe. Um, they look nice. Everything's nice. There are no texture glitches, even though the file leads to believe that the textures are very weirdly spaced, which upon adding higher res textures that might not be working, but currently this is seemingly very well working. As a matter of fact, I will space these out like this. Exactly. So this is how this looks so far. We will add the other empty prisons real quick, because these are easy to add. They don't have crafting recipes. They can only be acquired using loot tables of an actual crafter present, which isn't that hard to do, but it just adds to that vanilla-esque feeling. I believe that you can craft full blocks only and then have to get them by interacting with them in the real world. I don't know if this makes sense. At least it gives concrete vibes, because there's the concrete powder, and I mean, you break the concrete powder after you've put it in water, and so that is how you get wet concrete. You can't craft it, you have to make it. And I believe this is similar with effectively what I'm doing. So what will we do? We will add all the other presents. After green came pink. Pink, yes. So pink, pink, pink. Effectively, these could also all have different different models. It isn't even like I'm not restricting anything here by how I'm doing it, because it's not referring to... Is this unused? What? This is unused? Did I add this? Oh, I added this accidentally. So the this one has been added, and that would be it again. Let me do the others as well. Then the next, the last one actually would be red. We talk about how nice of a word red is to write. I very much like how easy it is to write that. There we go. That should be everything. And we should have all them present in the game now. I hope. Next up is initializing models for... Did I mute Spotify at some point? What the hell? Apparently I did. Okay, this is really weird. Because why is my scene hotkey? Oh, that's just a page down hotkey. That is not a hotkey. That is just what page down does. Also, I don't have a hotkey for the screen recording. It's maybe not been the best idea to get a 65% keyboard in any way present. Now has this one. And where's the freaking red empty? Something is wrong. My question is, why is it wrong? What have I done wrong on the present red? This is in fact correct. This is correct. And this is also correct. Right, so what's wrong? What did I change something in one of these files here? This is items present pink. Block states, I need block states present pink. Block states present pink and block states present red are the same. These are correct. Items present pink, items present red. Did I copy the wrong file? What the hell? I don't even know how that happened. Present green is correct, so that's weird. Let's look at this again and hope that, well, this this time we can get a good present. Also, I will turn off my AC for a bit. What the fuck? I believe somebody messed with the settings again. Why can people not touch this remote? I swear to God, every setting is going to be wrong again. You just reminded me again that I need a chat filter. I don't even know why it's not on. There we go. Presents are correct. In any case, now that the empty ones are here, I did not. I did not. bruh. Ignoring me and then saying I ignored you is crazy. I said you just reminded me to add a chat filter. I'm literally not. I am perfectly normal in volume. No. Do I not have chat rules or anything? Ooh, I can turn on chat filters. Alright. Why would I need to know what that exactly is? You know, I just found out that there is in fact a filter. However, right? The filter that I can turn on is only for viewing chat. Perfect. The issue that I'm having is that I can actually not. I hope the actual filter is different. No, I'm not adding that. There's speed potions, bro. A jump boost. I've already added a potion that gives you jump boost on like 3000%. No, I don't even know how many percent. It gives you jump boost. That's what it does, effectively. For a very short time, extremely high jump boost. What are you talking about? Have we lost the plot? I believe we have. There is no way there is actual. How is there like names for everything? What the fuck? Are we like dead ass Spotify, or are we dead ass ignoring volume for the advertisements now? Okay. Now I am this. Wait. Camera. This. The camera isn't focusing right. I am. Where the fuck is my finger? I am this close to uninstalling Spotify. What is this? I cannot stream like this if you boost my volume to 100. I have my volume at like the second lowest increment on Spotify. Do I look like I want to pay money to this company? That's exactly the mindset. That's exactly the mindset they make money with. You see, it's much cheaper if I go to a free online Spotify downloader and download all my music, which is only like 60 songs in this playlist, and just play them on the freaking Windows Media Explorer type of thing. However, why the frick is everything called? Why are we still talking about drugs? Why does everything... Do I need to look at music? It's playing in the background. I mean, if it was about looks, I would just use the old Windows XP types of visualizations. Those were peak. That is a valid point, however, if only one of the 1000 apps you have on your PC look clean, then it's... I don't know if it's gonna matter anymore. In any case, it's a valid point. But I can also I'll probably just use YouTube or some shit. If I don't download everything locally, I'll use YouTube. Right, this stream is the one where I set up a chat filter. Everyone that sees this is probably the last unmoderated chat stream. No, it's not unmoderated. It's just not automatically moderated by a filter. What are you talking about? What even is that? Reddit. Do I want to know? I don't even know. No, you... Swear to God. The link doesn't even work on mobile. Right, so we're going to turn off Ham because I do not trust. Since when is it called that? Is that a different subreddit, or did they change the name of it? Oh no, they did not. It's... Never mind. I have I'm sorry for not trusting you in this one. I mean, there's a lot of subreddits that suggest NSFW, even though they aren't. If I had known the abbreviation, then yeah. But there is one that is called UI. And that's the only one I knew. I believe there is one. At least. I'm not on Reddit a lot. Just when I need to ask a question about an extremely specific thing that I cannot find an answer to on the internet, and then when I make a post, suddenly Reddit has lost all of the last bit of its already non-existent IQ. And I lose hope every single time. ask a question that is mildly above standard. If that was autocorrect, then damn. Gambling ads. Why is there gambling ads? Isn't every site not endorsing gambling, even though there is a gambling category into which I believe? Yeah, the duality of, well, whatever. So in fact, what I've done right now should result in a second blue present that has an emerald in it. Well, it doesn't, but it will in its loot tables. Hopefully. Hopefully. Ah, god damn it. There we go. So there should be a second present that is in fact blue. Now, the issue is there's no actual difference between those. I've just thought about something. If you break the present that actually has something in it, aka, for example, this blue present without silk touch, you then get this empty blue present. However, what do you do with the empty blue present? You can't put anything in it anymore. So does that mean I need to make 2 crafting recipes for every present? Because you can also craft it with this present as a base. Are we deadass? Like, can I do this? Is it smart? Does it make sense? I have no idea. Will I do it? We will see after I've added all the other presents in like half an hour. So do that. So I have done diamond and emerald. I will do lapis. And the netherite. Ooh, where do I put the netherite? Because it's technically an ingot, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ingots. There's 1, 2, 3, kind of 4 nuggets. Then there's 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Where do I put the shards? I mean, that would be possible. That effectively I could do that. And that's probably what I'm going to do. It will probably drop. I mean, it will definitely drop the empty present and the item that was in the present. And I might just make it so you can craft the item and the empty present together again, and it will again create a regular full present with said item in it. Which would effectively be the same way an ender chest works. Thus also eliminating the use of silk touch with this block. Except convenience. Just like an ender chest. Yeah. However, does an ender chest drop the chest? Doesn't it only just drop obsidian? because I have no idea what the loot tables of an ender chest are. Or the loot table of an ender chest for non-silk touch breaking is... Well, I'll probably just add a singular paper to the recipe. Or whatever. A paper or 2 or 3 or however many, I don't know. I might add a paper. And then technically I could make that a shapeless crafting recipe because it doesn't really matter where you put the paper, or I could make it a shaped crafting recipe, so you need to place a crafting table for it to be recrafted because everything could be stacked. So then you need the 3 slots height of a 3x3. But I could also make it shapeless. You can just fix it in your freaking inventory. We're going to see, I guess. Going to see. So, what's definitely going to exist is the present underscore lapis. Lapis lazuli, because I can. It's also going to be this. I guess. Not really an expert on time zones. Shard and shard. Are there going to be 2 singular presents? Or a shard? Which one do I use for shard? Do I use presents? Blue has the gems in it. Are we going to make red have the ingots and green have the nuggets, and then pink have the shards? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know what's crazy? I've never even heard of that. I have never heard of that. It's kind of crazy, really. Alright, so we don't have a blue. No, we have blue. We don't have a isn't pink. I'm going to do next. Oh, that's crazy. For some reason, like back in the day, the mods just had a very different feeling. I believe this is mainly a thing because of textures and all, how they evolve. But I mean, in like 1.12, I believe was probably the most peak modding version. because almost every mod that exists for 1.12, I believe. If it isn't newer, but there's so many mods that have stopped. Bro, I haven't even had Minecraft when 1.6 came out, or was still like relevant. And for some reason, in some mods, are like the 1 to 3 versions before 1.12, like 8 to 11, 9 to 11. No, let's say the 4 versions before 1.12. For some reason, some just stopped there, like 11 or 10. That is actually diabolical, but it feels like that happens every few versions. There's also mods that just stop development in like 1.16 or 1.18. That's by Twitch. Crazy. I figured so. So we have the present pink, that is correct. Now we just take, we edit to the amethyst shard. And make the present pink. And same thing here. Great. No, not really. I feel like this is like a getting, I don't know, it's like a trendy thing or so for every large company to just turn to shit. I mean, I don't know how Twitch was in the early days, but I have heard people, streamers that are still active today on Twitch say how much, like, how they basically grew up together with Twitch, with how Twitch also grew up, and with new releases. And some German YouTuber, Germany's biggest Minecraft YouTuber and streamer, has, he was like, I was on Twitch when HD streams got released and shit like that, I believe, which is kind of crazy. What? That's crazy. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it's not as crazy as some of these everyone has them type R mods, like, I don't know, just enough items and stuff. But it is kind of crazy. I wonder actually, like, the probably most well-known mod pack, I believe, is probably RL Craft or something. or it's at least up there. And I don't even know how many downloads that has, probably tens of millions. And I've never actually played a downloaded mod pack. Not even once. Damn. That was a while ago. On 1.6. Did you play that when 1.6 was still relevant? Because from my calculations, you would have been like, I don't know, 5. Or what do I know? Test this. Interesting. I am probably modding in like the least relevant modding version that has ever existed, because it's like, again, one version before the next modding change, and it's just, who has played 21.9? It was just the newest version when I did start creating the mod. I don't even know if I'm going to release it on this version, because by the time I'm done, we're definitely in 27 point something for the first release, or at least late 26, definitely, maybe 28. Who knows? Also, is this working with the functional blocks I got? The functional, yes, they in fact are. Both seem to be correct. Yes, they are. Damn. 5, 7, 12. 12, the magic number. Bigger than a bread box. It is literally not. I've played it on a PC smaller than a bread box. So that is lie. Anyway, the pink presents have been added, so we have the shards, these 3. So now we need to add those 8 presents. Question is, do I put the ingots in the green, or do I put the nuggets in the green, and which one do I put in the red present? That is the question. Because Yes, that is effectively the question. Oh, 1.10 update. I think I did too. And I just never played modded. Or I might have just... I mean, I did once download a cracked version before I then bought the real one like a year later or so. And that was probably still 1.8. Maybe 9. I don't know. I don't even know if I have ever played when 1.8 was the newest version. Because I played Java relatively late. I played Bedrock for years before that, which for some reason mathematically makes no sense. It must have been like, I don't know, 8 by then. That's crazy. I thought I installed the virus when I installed the, I don't know, most popular cracked Minecraft type of thing. I don't even know what it was called anymore. But the thing is, I kind of made an account. Bruh. Happened to me too, but it worked for some reason. In any case, I made an account on my email address, and when I then actually went to buy the real Minecraft, the account already existed. I don't even know how that works. I somehow had a Minecraft, like a Mojang account, even though I cracked the game, which makes no sense at all. I would have probably even been able to join servers, eventually maybe, but I don't think so, because you effectively pay for the username. Well. That's crazy. Now that's one thing that I've never really thought about. Do people that use Minecraft hacks, are some of those actually just mods? Like client-side mods? I would figure most of it is external software. Yeah, that's... Well, yes, but not in the same way. Well, yes, but not all of them. I mean, if you, for example, say, I don't know, macros for things aren't mods. If that can even be counted as a real hack. Yeah, well, that is a mod, yes. Yes. No, what have I done? I'll go with red for them. Yes, red. Huh. Kind of crazy that the game even, or well, no, it can't really not allow this. Well, like, potentially. But it's kind of crazy how easy it is. Are those all? That should be all of them. Yep. Yeah. I mean, of course there is. There's like GitHubs for everything. I was once working on a project that then later turned into my final project for my last year of school, and I needed a library because I was coding in C, I believe, which is kind of crazy. That was my first real kind of coding stuff I did. And I needed a very specific library because obviously I didn't have an Arduino, I only had my Raspberry, and I needed to get code that works on a Raspberry and not on an Arduino because the pins and all that shit work differently. And there's some dude from Japan who had made a library years back that supported this exact setup I needed. And it was actually pretty easy to read. Like, on God, easier than Python. I had an example script for a stepper motor that this was controlling, which was part of the script, which I based the rest of the script on. And I could not read a single freaking line in Python because it was all written in non-descriptive code. It was like very weird. And C was at least understandable and commented well. It is ancient. But it is like all coders say C is like the worst language to learn as a first language. Or not the worst, but the hardest. And everyone is like, yeah, use Python. Use Python. Sometimes. However, for things that I code that are actually just like ran inside a program and don't interact with the real world, I use Python. And even some that do interact with the real world, however, as input not output, I've also used Python. And if I write it myself, it works, but kinda just weird ass. Assembly in what way? Da. Oop. Of course, of course. That's how they get you to gamble. But with almost 1 minute of Dan free time. He cannot hear us, he cannot see us. We can do everything we want. But I have to pay attention to stream delay because I have no idea how much he has. Let's go. Quick, be productive. How does that even work? So, hey, did I add all the Good. Perfect. Good evening. So can you explain how hair can be half up and half down? Like, how the hell does that work? My imagination is really bad. Right, let's see. We should get 4 new presents. Okay, okay. Guess that makes sense. Debatable if that's up and down. I would call it like open and I don't know, some sort of an opposite of open, however not closed, because that makes no sense here. Right, we have the red presents. This no, why is the hierarchy of the presents? What have I created? Oh my god, this makes no sense at all. At least they work. But the hierarchy of presents makes no sense. Like, what is this? What is this? I don't even know what this is. Oh my god. We're going to fix the hierarchy of models. Well, yeah, that's probably, yeah. That was quick. That was very quick. Good evening. Alright, let's add the last ones, the nuggets. That would be great. We're adding a lot of files today. Like, hella lot of files. There's the nuggets. Nuggets. There's the nuggets. So we have iron. We have gold. Gold. copper, and we have the netherite scrap, which is the only one that's not called netherite. Perfect. Now let's do the same thing here. Why the hurry am I getting ads again? Got to change them. No. Got to edit it. Oh, you have to edit them by hand. There we go. That should be all of them. I need to just create the green. It's very great that this works in the way it works, that I can reference other models this way, because it is otherwise impossible to do. Let's see, there should now be all the presents in the game. I effectively just need to create I might also need to change the texture to be larger, even though I don't even know, but apparently it needs to be more. To not have map levels be fricked up. C should be all the presents. We have them all. Perfect. Now I need to put them in a kind of a sensible freaking order. We go blue, then green. That makes no sense. We go blue, red, green, pink. Blue, red, green, pink. Blue, red, green, pink. So we would have these three be at the top. That's all the blue. Then this, as well as this. Just going to make it this, yeah, U. And U will be here, and then the nuggets go in between, and then the shards, and then the empties, and now we should have a nicely structured kind of thing. Oh, perfectly balanced. Very nice. Very nice. The question is, do I name them present? Do I name them blue present, like the color present, or do I just name them present? We'll see. That's naming thing. Oi, oi, oi. There's going to be quite a few of them. Let's add all the blue presents. The way this is done in mod blocks is lapis, emerald, diamond. Present, emerald. Me bombo! Why? Why are we? Why is an espresso coffee advertisement so freaking out? It's breaking my eardrums, bros. Present. Do present, be done. Next up. The red one. Yes, the red one. We take one of those. Turn it into present iron ingot. A red present. Yes. Then we have gold, copper, netherite. Then we have the nugget, which is iron, gold, copper, and the other one. Then we have amethyst. What else? Which would be the pink present. Pink present, yes, in fact. And then we have the diodes, and that would be an echo shard. Now the empty presents. Let's take these to the end. The below empty. Then we have bop, bop, and bop. So we have blue, red, belly, red, and red. Then we have the empty green. And we have present pink, which would be empty pink. Yeah. That should be all the presents named. Let me see. Blue, blue, blue. Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. Pink, pink. Empty blue, empty red, empty green, and empty pink. So I am not, in fact, colorblind, but just to be sure, these are not both red, are they? These don't look red to me. No, 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 they do not look red to me. Which might be due to me forgetting to rename them to green. Good. Now that should be correct. Yes, that should be correct. Correct. Now what's next? The crafting recipes. So I will just have to start. It's not that many, and they are all very repetitive. So there should be recipes somewhere. Wait, I made loot tables? What? Sugarblock has a loot table already. Why does it have a loot tables? Why does it already have a loot table? I don't remember making this one. Sugarblock has a loot table. And the color deck advancement, it just doesn't work. It's errorless. Doesn't work. Mineable shovel. Block. Very interesting. Alright, anyways, let me make a crafting recipe. Do I have any shape? I do have a few shapes. For example, herb stew, which uses tags. Slime pie. So here we have crafting shape less. Plus, this one is shape. Let me just take the shape. Right. Crafting shape category. Category. What categories are there? Let me search for a sign. Like, for example, an oak sign in the crafting. Miscellaneous. What? Let me run this real quick. It is, in fact, I wouldn't call myself legendary, but did you know that? Did you know that Dan was here earlier, and he was also here last week, which is probably the more important part. Also, how are you doing? So, what I wanted to say is Dan passed you in bit, so you're now 3rd place. Alright, anyways, the crafting. There isn't there. There's blocks here. Why are signs miscellaneous? Well, I guess I'll just add. I will. That makes sense. Need Minecraft paper. We also need Minecraft Apis _ Lazuli. You will? I am pretty good. Decent, yes. Maybe, so the pattern will... Have I... Didn't I get a... Colored egg 8. Wait. Have I ever actually tested this one? Because I'm always coding when I stream. I haven't streamed anything else for half a year almost. I should get back to actually playing Minecraft instead of just coding it. No, I did once in between, I believe. But it's probably getting very monotonic. I would say I need to say something. Thing is, I don't really know what to do because we don't have a server. We don't really. Lumpus isn't anywhere to be found. I mean, I meet him almost every weekend, but we're never streaming. He's working on videos. Apparently, can't really confirm, but Source Lumpus is working. I am working on a server, but I need some more time because it's a very complex setup, because I want to try and do something pretty crazy. However, I could probably set the server up in like a temporary way and make like an anarchy server type of thing. I don't know if that's fun. I don't want it to be like actual. Have a server, but the issue is every time I do make servers that are in public, which was so far every time, they die out after I really start to get going, because the people that do play on our servers often don't stream and thus have more time and thus just play every like whenever they have time. They don't record or stream that stuff. And there is one guy that like every year or so he texts me if we can start a new Minecraft server. Then we do, then he grinds on it for 2 weeks, disappears and reappears a few weeks or months later to grind for a week again or a day even, and then it even happened when it was his own server, which was the last server that I called a 1 day SMP because I was only giving it 1 day, but it actually lasted for slightly longer. I mean, he's chill, he is very chill, but he just gets in that extremely cliche 2-week Minecraft phase. Like, I've never had this dude play Minecraft for a longer period of time on a server. No, actually, I'm lying. I just want to say since WTA, but WTG played for a month or so, maybe 2. WTA, he was basically there for the entirety of the server, or at least up until like the last 2 episodes or so. Which is when we like right after we started in WTG, which was the longest ongoing server. That one went on for multiple. That one went on for like what was that, like 90 weeks or so? No, not 90 weeks, like 90 streams. Not including the some days where I had like 3 or 4 streams because I had to restart streams or because they crashed. But that was more than a year where that we had that server, which is the longest one by far. WTF was like peak because it was still very much among ourselves, because I streamed without voice, so I could just talk with the people that were actually on the server, which probably made it more attractive for them to play on it. Not like now where I don't interact with them at all most of the time, except off stream. So I want to change that. I want to make servers where I can also play on off stream. Maybe stream them once every 2 weeks. And also have my own mod on it. But that's where the complications come in, because I want... you know what, I'm just going to explain how I'm going to do this. There's apparently like a connection you can make between 2 servers that are completely different from each other. So I make a server that is effectively acting purely as a lobby, and maybe also hosts the other worlds, but that would be unsafe, because if someone manages to hack one, then we're cooked. Then all the worlds can be accessed in survival mode if there is glitches in between lobby and the actual world. So I would probably set up at least 3 servers, which I'm not sure if 3 servers run on one PC, because having 3 worlds in one server is probably less demanding for the device than having 3 servers. Also, the port forwarding is probably easier. I need a service. for that again, and play it only allows for 2 tunnels, I believe. So I need to have 2 different accounts running simultaneously, which I'm also not sure if it works. So I probably need 2 completely separate services that are then being forwarded between each other. Because they're in a local network, this should technically work. And if not, I can always connect them via, I don't know, Ethernet or some shit. But if I get this to work, we will have a server with a lobby, with a game mode selection. Effectively, there's probably not going to be modes, there's probably just going to be 2 different survival worlds. And then have the worlds reset as we go on. Or an update. Because it would be much easier to manage if we have we can update everything. Oh, now that's going to be difficult. That would also require me to have either a backwards compatibility mod. Yeah, I mean, reset every season is basically how it's probably going to work. But having a modded server connected with a non-modded server, and the only way to access the modded server is via the non-modded server, requires the non-modded server to accept modded clients, which Java vanilla servers do. However, it also requires the lobby to accept potentially older versions, or aka have the lobby be older than the version you are playing on. Because if the modded server is, say, stuck on the version that I am on because I'm not updating the mod as frequently as I can update the vanilla server or the lobby, then I'd have to have the lobby be at least the same version as the mod's newest version, and thus the modded world. So basically have, say, 21.9 on both lobby and the modded server, and then allow newer versions to join the lobby. Of course, not the modded server, but the lobby. And if they join the lobby, they can only join the modded one if they have the mods installed and are on the right version, but they can join the non-modded one only if they are on a newer version, which the non-modded world is on. So basically allow different versions to be in lobby and have the lobby be the lower one of those, and then allow the lower version players with the mod installed to go to the modded world, and the ones that have a higher version, no mod, or don't necessarily have mods, allow those on the vanilla server. That's how I want to have this be working. However, I don't know how these large server networks do that. Like, how does for example, Hypixel have so many different versions compatible? You can play on that shit from like down to 1.9, whatever, like one of the old ass versions, and it allows you in every game, I believe, which is absolutely diabolical. So there's a lot of server-side stuff going on that I have no idea about. I don't know. So, count 1 for it? Effectively be the way this works. Let's test. This works. It's basically copy paste and edit a bit. Basically the name of the present and the name of the item used to craft the present. Then we have all the presents, and if that works we can make a category, which I should probably do now actually. So a present category. So let me try. I need paper. It's my paper, and I need lab. Hopefully there's Minecraft lab. Usually it in fact does. I only need one. So if I put the lapis here and then fill everything else with paper, I get present. Now this should be in the miscellaneous category. It in fact is. And that is great. So save quit. I quit. That works. Now I just need to add a cat. But how was this done? The, for example, black colored egg has a group below category. Right, group. So this would be the group present. Yes. I'll copy this for everyone. Emerald. Emerald. And I would give you present emerald. Then we'd have present diamond. Acquire a diamond. Whoops. And I will give you a diamond. So many advertisements. Present iron ingot. Give you a, which needs a Minecraft iron ingot. Your present iron ingot. Then have a present gold ingots. Requires a gold ingot and give you a present gold ingot. Now this is crazy. If one of these is wrong, I'll probably not even notice. See, like these typos that can just happen. I hope netherite is actually written like this. Because that would be a very bad moment to find out that netherite is written like this. Perfect. I'm not. That's how. That's ingots done. Now we need the nuggets. Iron nuggets. I'm probably just going to copy nuggets at this point, because we're only going to do nuggets. Yep, gold nuggets present. Nuggets. Nuggets. Then we have copper. No. Perfect. Now we just need the netherite scrap, which I could have copied the netherite scrap, or maybe netherite ingot, and then just done that. Now these are the crafting recipes. Craft the present from 0. So if you don't have an empty present, you can craft it like this. However, if you do have an empty present, you would then craft that again to get the same full present, which is kind of what I want to do, which also Dan suggested. However, I'm unsure if I want to do that today. As a matter of fact. Now we need to make an amethyst shard and a echo shard. Yeah, one only issue that I have is how when you have advanced tooltips on, which most players have on, how you can then see what is in the present, effectively making it not really a print. However, that's not really anything I can really get rid of. Right, so I've picked up the this chart. The nuggets, are they correct? Those are okay. Be everything. Am I human? Am I human? I don't know. What I do know is that I am tired of, again, not even doing mini advertisement. Mini advertisement. But I can do, I can do say it. Even without music, so. Yes. Yes. Nameless is goated. Maybe even goated with the sauce. The sauce. All right. I will get me some paper, some stacks of paper, or at least one stack of paper, and I will get myself the ingredients to craft the stuff. which, let's start with the 4 ingots. Right, so that was the wrong button. So we have one of those, and one of those. Is that right? Gold, iron, copper. Those are correct. Now we take all the nuggets. This, that, this, and that. Now these should all display correctly here in the present. In fact, they so far do. Those, and those. So now why was there a blue present for a short second? Lapis. Oh, because I already crafted that. Yes, that was a crazy one, in fact. I need more paper, which I believe was actually there. Yes. No. Now we have emerald. Lapis already existed, but I'll do it again. And diamond, and then we have amethyst shard. And an echo shard. I don't even know why I'm using echo shards, probably because they look cool. Blue, 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 pink, and pink. And those should all be correctly labeled and display correctly in here. That's not really all of them, is it? But just take random stuff. One of every color. Just doesn't display all of them. Now, for example, it's not displaying the iron. It is. Ah, no, it is correct. It's correct. Man, again, someone to ban. Let's go. Alright, we have all the crafting recipes, we have all the presents. Freaking also I should, if I'm already at it, change the...
I'm going to tickle your balls tonight.
Crazy. Are you still in our walls or my walls, by the way? The ice cream. I want to change the entries of the ice cream here where the ice cream is. And then we have potato stew, soup, stew. Stew, soup. And 2 more stews. Why don't I take the stews and put them where the other stews are? Here's a sandwich, a leg, a pie, and juice, So the pie. The fermented potato doesn't fit here. We need to move that one down. However, then we need to move the slime pie because that is slime and slime. And then we have the gravel sandwich. And then we have spider leg, cooked spider leg, melon juice. Yeah, no, that is perfect. And these are okay. And these are also okay. Why ever the hell eggs aren't combat. Hey. What weird thing. Diabolical. Also, is my Realtek audio console limiting the... Ah, I knew it. For some reason it keeps like resetting this sometimes. That's why my mic was so quiet. It was at 88%. Maybe it is kind of loud now. It was more quiet. So Dan was right and I accused him of having the issue on his side. Whoopsie. Was it a big difference? Probably was. Food. Oh, this looks much nicer. Doesn't. The grass stew needs to go where the herb stew is. No, this is what it always is. It was just more quiet before. This is what it's actually supposed to be. How the mic is configured and how it should be correctly. Yeah, we'll move the grass stew to the... I will move the herb stew back. And the grass stew too. Yep, that's what I'll do. Because it makes not much sense still to have the herb stew be here when all the slime stuff is next to each other, and then have the grass stew move down to where the herb stew is, like this. And now this should be decent. Don't know if the gravel sandwich is in the right place. Could probably also work next to the ice cream. So we will do diet, so the soups are all on the same level for now. That is also going to change, because I will do custom categories at some point, most likely, potentially. So going to start this for one last time, and then I'm going to end the stream for today. Like, actually, not like last time when I was talking for another hour or two. Yes. You're the natural that those are not blocks, bro. Yes. This is clean, guys. This is clean. Like, I mean, this freaking gradient here. 10 out of 10. I could switch those, but makes more sense in namespace wise because it's soup than all the stews. However, the transition from this to this, then to this would make more sense, but who cares? Also, the potato and the slime pie could be switched because this is color accurate to this more than this is. So I guess I could switch those two. But there's this thing that I wanted to check, which is with a, say, black colored egg. And the... What do we need? 3 milk buckets. We need sugar. And we need wheat. I believe this is how you craft cake. In fact, it is. So, oh no, it does work. I feared that I would lose those. Yeah. There's just 2 different cake recipes. Because I can't put them in the same category because I can't edit this recipe. Which is stupid. I was wondering something. All the stews, they aren't... No, they most likely aren't in the same category. Weirdly enough, carpets are. These are also some diabolical crafting recipes. Effectively, this one is stupid. No one would do this. No one would. This is probably the only one that actually makes sense to use. This one is actually beneficial to you. This one, 2 resources that are very relatively rare. I would say you would use these for rockets late game, which is when you probably won't eat ice cream anyways. Then lime dye, probably one of the more rarer dyes. then here you would not use diamonds for food, you would not use gas tiers for food, you would not use better food to make worse food. But you would use worse food to make better food, and you would probably also not use magma cream, because I've never seen anyone have magma cream. Except people who have pillager... not pillager, piglin farms, goat farms. And automated trading stations. Those would probably mention. Anyway, I will quit the game. And we will look at this stuff the next time. At the other crafting recipes, and then we are done with the presents. Apart from the loot tables, which also require to be written. Same repetitive stuff as here, but I need to find out how Silk Touch loot tables work. Because what I've effectively done here is the sugar block drops the same thing when you use any type of tool, it just changes speed, and Silk Touch is not required. Then there's blocks that require Silk Touch to be even dropping, and then there's blocks that drop different things depending on if you have Silk Touch or not. For example, ores. So on the presents we need Silk Touch to work, but we also need non-Silk Touch to drop. But we're going to find that out, how that works. Also, I believe these presents are like I will probably give them no specific tool. Because what tool would you break a present with? You wouldn't use an axe, you wouldn't use a shovel, you wouldn't use a sword, you wouldn't use a hoe, you wouldn't use a pickaxe, you wouldn't use shears. Maybe you would use shears. Oh, that would actually be fun. We could make shears, Silk Touch shears. Be the way to break presents. Effectively, I have had Silk Touch shears, by the way, because I don't even know if fortune shears exist. Probably not. But Silk Touch shears do exist. Or do Silk Touch shears exist? We would have to find that out. Not sure if they do. I thought they did. Or I don't know if you need Silk Touch for leaves and stuff. Completely forgot. I don't think you need Silk Touch. I believe the shear itself acts as a Silk Touch tool. Kind of. I know effectively it just acts as a level of tooling. Just like stone needs a pickaxe to be broken and can't be done by hand, leaves need a shears to be broken. However, the speed changes drastically, more drastically than with stone and a pickaxe. It literally goes from knots very fast to instant. I mean, it is fast. No, it is actually red fast. Though it changes in a similar way. I was lying. Anyway, we will commit and then I will close this and present. God damn, 52 files. Present color models plus crafting. Recipes. Hmm. Yeah, all the changes. And it will give me 2 warnings. Always example block, always sugar block. I commit anyway and push. God damn. That will take a while. Yep, that did take a while. Anyway, that is it from me for today. Thus I will close and switch to my hand cam view, and I will say goodbye and will go to bed and will try to watch YouTube. Will fall asleep halfway in to a video that I want to watch for weeks probably. I have no idea which video, but there is a few. And then I will sleep and wake up tomorrow in the morning that is closer to noon than it is morning, and then I will do very little productive stuff. And that would be it for the weekend. Yes, so goodbye. And thanks for everyone for having been here.